Hi, this is Vicki with My Paper Connection. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the U.S., and I'm so happy that you joined me today. Today I'm going to be making this really pretty card. It's very simple but very pretty, and it is made from or by using the Joyful Holly stamp set, which I got from my mini catalog. This is our August through the end of December catalog. And this really pretty plaid paper that I got is actually from the Heartwarming Hugs Designer Series paper. There are so many wonderful goodies throughout this catalog, and I would love to share one of these with you. If you don't already have a demonstrator and you would like one of these catalogs, please contact me and I would be happy to get one of these out to you. All right, so without further ado, let's get started. I recently held a Christmas in July event where I rolled out the new catalog, and I had some make and takes and things for people to do. And this is one of the kits that I had left, so I thought that I would just show you how I went about making it. I always make extra kits because you never know if people are going to show up or how many more or that sort of thing. So this is real red cardstock. It's cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4.25. And this is Old Olive, which is, I believe it is 4.125 by 5 3/8. Then I have a piece of Whisper White that is 4. Yeah, it is 3 3/4 by 5. Okay. All right. So, and then I have some pieces of the designer series paper that I cut off. I'm not going to put those on just yet. I'm going to get my stamping done first and then we'll do that. Okay, so I'm going to bring in Memento black ink, and because this is a little bit larger stamp, I'm just going to lay it face up and I'm going to stamp or ink my image with my Memento black ink. And I'm going to do 2 of these. I'm actually going to spread it out a little bit more than I did on this one. Now I am going to have my designer series paper right about in here. So I'm going to do it right about like this, I think. I'm going to do one more and I'll fast forward through this one. I'm going to get one last little bit of stamping done, and this is a die that I cut from the Heartwarming Hugs, which is actually, it goes with the stamp set and paper and all of that goes with the cups. I'll show you real quick. It's super, super cute, and I actually did some of these mugs for, not mugs, cups, for my Christmas in July. Okay, so right here, here are the mugs. Cups, not mugs. Coffee cups. Look at that, how cool that is. And I ended up using one of the dies, or 2 of the dies from the set to go along with my card. Very cute. So, and it's already stamped, or I'm sorry, already cut out. Normally I would stamp it and then cut it, but it's going to fit perfectly inside here. Just like that. And I used real red ink for that. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Blends. I'm using Real Red and Granny Apple Green for this one. Okay, so I'm bringing in my Stampin' Blends, and I'm going to use Real Red combo and the Granny Apple Green combo. And I'm going to go ahead and start with my dark Granny Apple Green, and I'm just going to go along the lines and the edges. And like an area, if an area where a leaf will overlap, I'm just going to make it a little bit darker in that area. And then I'm going to come over it with the light Granny Apple Green and blend it all in. Okay, so you may have noticed that I did a lot of this stuff while it was going on. And that's because I used the brush tip and I didn't want to go straight down on it and smush it. And so it was easier for me to just rotate my paper rather than rotating my hand so that I could keep the tip taken care of so I don't smush it. So I'm coming in with the dark Real Red and just doing kind of a little bit of a half circle around the berries. And I'm using the bullet point tip. And then I'll come back in with the light. And I'm just going to use the bullet point for these because this is a really small area right in here. All right, that's got it for my coloring. I had gone with a little bit darker color in this one, but I really just felt like I wanted to go with a lighter color for this particular card. Okay, and I'm going to glue it, put glue on the back. And you'll notice that the ink did come through. That's because these are alcohol blends. And you'll notice that I used the black memento rather than StazOn. Black memento is what you'll use whenever you want to use alcohol blends. You do not, however, want to use watercoloring with a black memento because it will end up bleeding. All right, and so to get this on evenly, I just eye up my corners here and I make sure that I have the same amount of space on the corners, and that will end up helping me to get it on evenly. Okay, so I could put it like this. This is really pretty, but I really want to have all of those colors together, so I'm just going to put this little strip of designer series paper. It's really not much at all, and it's actually a great way to be able to use scraps. I probably should have done this before I put it on the cardstock, but no harm, no foul. It'll work. But this is a great way to use up your strips. This is about a 1/2 inch wide by 3 3/4, I believe. Okay, then I'm just going to glue this onto the front of my Real Red card base. Again, I'm going to eye up those corners and make sure that they are equal all around. Perfect. Okay, now for this, I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue on the back of it, and then I'm going to place it onto, I think this is actually Pear Pizzazz. I've got a couple different greens going on here, but I'm going to stick it right there in the middle. And then I'm going to bring in some dimensionals, and I'll put that on the back. Then I'm just going to put this right square in the center of my card, right in here. And the last thing that I will do is to put on some embellishments. These are the Wonderful Gem embellishments, and they are in Real Red. They're very pretty. And I just wanted to put some right in here. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp that holly again, and I'm just going to put it on the inside. I should have done this earlier, I guess. I stamped my image for the inside and I colored it, and I got out of the lines just a little bit. So I'm using the color lifter, and I'm just going to go along those edges and just kind of move that ink around a little bit. It's not going to completely get rid of it, but it's just going to thin it out and move it around so that it's not so obvious. All right, so let's get this inside. Isn't that a pretty card? It's just so simple. And you can see how I brought them together tighter over here, and then I also brought them together a little, or not brought them, but separated them and let them be a little wider. I think I like this one better. It's just a very pretty card, but very simple. And I just wanted to show you how to go about making such a pretty card very easily. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you liked the card. If you have not already subscribed, please feel free to do so and ring the bell so you get noticed whenever I have future videos coming out. If you would like the supplies to purchase these. They'll be listed at the bottom of my blog, which is listed across the top at www.mypaperconnection.com. All right, that's it. Have a great day. Bye.